So, Yaman, let's talk about Gurgaon and the developers and the builders that we have here. What do you think? Who's controlling the market right now?
So if we talk about Gurgaon, I think it's undoubtedly DLF. They have built the city. They have been through and throughout since the start, and they are visionary. I would say I've been working with them, and I know that they are the ones who are driving the market. Say making a product and selling an apartment for 100 crore rupees is something to be maybe unbelievable for a Delhi NCR market.
But 100 crore rupee apartment.
It's being sold by DLF. It's on Golf Course Road. There's a condominium called Camellias.
Okay.
And they sold an apartment.
But
they sold in fact 2 or 3 in my apartment at that price.
And the rate there is about 20 or 25 CR for
No. It used to be maybe a year back or 2 years back. But now it's skyrocketed because, of course, it's one of a kind project. Once you go and visit, or I'll take you for a show round, it's well amazingly done. The clubhouse, the amenities which they have built over there, and it's a benchmark. They try to create something, and
what is different in that 100 crore apartment?
It's of course the size of the apartment for sure.
Okay.
But what DLF has done over there is fabulous. It's just something they are trying to create something which people would aspire to live in. The clubhouse, the amenities, the lifestyle which DLF is trying to.
So Camellias is not a new project. It's an old project.
It's I would say a new project, but 2-3 years back.
2-3 years back. Because a lot of people have also moved into that society and people are living there.
Yeah.
So what I understand is that when a developer is building something 100%, especially like DLF, so once it is 100% sold, only then they will start the construction. So how come they're selling? Or are they reselling this project?
No. It wasn't 100% sold. It's a high ticket. It was always a high ticket size product. So DLF always held few inventory with them.
Okay.
So they never sell 100% of their super luxury. They would try to retain few apartments. They would try to build the valuation of the product. So it's always the developer's skin in the product which builds the value of the product. Also, they leased out few apartments, kept a few for their valuation, and then of course it worked out for them. So they have built the entire condominium or the ecosystem of people living in, and that's what increases the price of a property.
Okay, so for that 100 CR, I'm very much interested in knowing that what differently DLF has done for that 100 CR apartment. So whatever apartment that they're selling, let's say.
So right
20,
now,
25 or 30 CR.
Right now, average apartment price in that condominium is, say, suppose around 55 or to 65, I would say.
It has reached that much?
Yeah. So a simplex apartment 65. So it was, of course, a higher size apartment which got sold at 110. It was done up by DLF. And it wasn't something which was actually a bubble or a valuation done by DLF. It was actual price, and it's a well-demanded product in the market. It's one of a kind. So you don't find that product. And DLF.
Have you done that deal?
No, we have not done that deal, but we know it, and everyone knows in the market about it, and it's not something which is just.
And who has taken that flat?
I would not disclose it here, but I can tell you otherwise. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, so while we're talking about DLF, and you did mention that Gurgaon actually started with DLF only, but I think there were two different players who entered Gurgaon. I think in 1990s, one was DLF, the other one was Ansals.
Yeah, you're right.
Right,
and even Unitech.
Yeah,
they were big players.
Right. Yeah. So we all know where Unitech is right now and why they're struggling. But I want to understand that why Ansal got left behind and DLF has moved on.
So even of course, like I said, I'm learning. I get to know. Even Vatika is a big player. They are a major land bank owner. There were a few players, of course, but when things go wrong and when times is going on wrong, things don't fall according to your plan.
Right.
And say Unitech did a great job. They have built great sectors, great gated communities here. But yes, if there are bad times, then it always takes the company through and through. And even Ansals, I have a very close friend who has been in Ansal since maybe more than 20 years. It was just some cinema hall fire. I don't know if you know about that.
Yes.
And that things keep on turning backfire on you, and product doesn't sell, the money is not flowing in, and it's just the bad time, and then there's just the domino effect of a downfall. But in terms of yes, you have to be stagnant, you have to of course be prepared for the bad times. That's what teaches you. And there are people who came and go, but DLF was always there because they planned properly. They had a proper risk analysis of when the market will go low, what things they have to do, and right now they're driving the market.
Sure. Again, let's come back to DLF and tell us what are their upcoming projects and where all they're coming.
So DLF has few launches lined up. There are a few in other cities also. There's one in Mumbai, there's one in Goa, and they're doing a great development in sectors 60, 77, 76. I don't know if you have heard. They recently sold a project, 1100 apartments. Day one sold at a 20k price and 20,000 per square feet. So every apartment averagely costs around 7.5-8 crore rupees in that location.
Okay.
But yes, DLF is again building an ecosystem. People who believe in DLF, they're buying DLF, no doubt. And like I said, they're market leaders. And then they'll get a 150 acres of condominium and a gated lifestyle, which Gurgaon will see in coming time, and their launches back to back in this year and other year also. And they'll build a place where people would like to stay in. So if you talk about the connectivity over there, you will see, okay, I would rather stay on Extension Road or maybe Golf Course Road. But what DLF is building over there in terms of connectivity, you can straight come from NH8. You go to the Cloverleaf and you will reach their condominium. So
yeah, so I understand, once you're inside your community or your society, you're safe, because you're in a DLF society. But at the same time, I'm not only talking about DLF, I'm talking about the other developers as well, who are in 102, sector 82, 77, like you said, 37, 37A, B, and stuff like that. So, once you're in your community, you're safe. But once you're outside, the government needs to take the charge and do something. Right?
Yeah, right.
So how the government is acting in it and coping up with these builders, so that the commuters who are actually coming from Delhi getting a safe zone and safe environment.
The government is, of course, plays a major role in development and the roads infrastructure, and where I think in Gurgaon a lot of action is going on. If you have seen the Sona Expressway to the Delhi-Bombay Expressway, to something, government is doing a great job on Dwarka Expressway. But if I talk about a little bit of internal roads, it still can be done better. Say suppose even Shashank Lok 3 or something on Extension Road. So even a developer can take a charge on it. A few, I guess the leaders are doing it. But if everyone comes on board and does their road development and everything, it will build a great infrastructure. But say suppose if DLF launches some project, they take care of the infrastructure in and around. They build those roads, they put their proper greenery in and around.
Yeah, but they can do it to an extent. No?
They can do it to an extent. They do it in and around there. So once you go on Golf Course Road, you'll know, okay, there are DLF properties. Yeah. Once you come on Extension Road, you'll see DLF project they recently launched 6-8 months back. They build the entire infrastructure over there. But then in and around is still a concern. Yeah. Government is not too keen, but yes, now things are getting better. Yeah. You'll see underpasses coming on Extension Road. Even on SPR, it's getting better. So government is doing its job. Yes, I would say a little slow, but yes, they are doing it now. And I think in next 1 or 2 years or 3 years down the line, the entire mapping and the roadways of Gurgaon will change. So they are doing their job. Little slow, but yet there, I would say.
Sure.
Which again builds the valuation of the product too. The infrastructure always plays a major role for real estate. Mm-hmm. Because if you're commuting to a home in say DLF phase 1 versus to a Shashank Lok 3, you would not like the roads or infrastructure over there.
Correct.
But yes, things will get fine. It takes time, no doubt in India.
Sure. So apart from DLF, I think DLF is one developer and people can just blindly take their product if their pocket allows. So what are the other builders and developers that you think are doing good here in Gurgaon?
So in terms of developers, of course, M3M, they are visionary and they're doing a great job. And they are building the skyline again as what they keep it in their tagline too. And they are building new products with new facilities You see their golf estate, it's been amazingly done. It's one of a kind property on Extension Road. Then you see their commercial spaces, then you say they're building a smart city on Dwarka Expressway. It's something which is conceptualized, which will be required in 5 years down the line. So they take care of that. Again, M3M, and then we talk about EMAR. EMAR is doing a great job. They are, of course, a leader in worldwide or Dubai developer coming over here, still establishing their market. It's hard to deal with government and other regularities. And then there are a lot of players. Then you talk about Birla, Adani, Tata, all these players are there. Godrej is now aggressive in Gurgaon. They recently sold a product on Extension Road. So there are a lot of developers coming in, and but these are the players who are actually driving the market.
But any three players that you think you can blindly, tell your customers that they can invest in?
Honestly, there are a lot. But three would be too low for a Delhi NCR market. But of course, DLF, no doubt. And then once you talk about other developers, I would say who are aggressive and who have a great stake in the market is EMAR, M3M. And yes, then there are players who are Godrej coming in, like I said. There's a new developer, Whiteland, they're doing a great job. They're banking in more land bank for themselves and building great products. So yeah, Whiteland again.
Sure. Would you have details in terms of who's managing or which developer has the maximum land bank right now, and what is their yearly turnover and revenue?
I doubt that's too candidly disclosed even by the developer.
Right.
But of course, in terms of land holdings, DLF
is
again a leader, and then the second one is I think it's M3M. They have a great land bank, and they have great products coming in. And these are the two players for Delhi NCR market.
Again, one question, Yaman, in terms when people invest in a company, and then that company becomes bankrupt. So what happens to their project where people are already living? And to be precise, IREO.
Okay.
Right. So when they launch their products, or for that matter, I think Elan or something.
No, they're doing great. But if you talk about say IREO, people buy their products. Of course, you don't know when the market is going great. People buy products, they were going fine. Things went wrong. Developer is not here.
Yeah.
Market is still reviving. So now they're selling their projects. They're selling their, say, suppose half-developed projects. Recently, if I'm not sure, it's still to be disclosed, but Abroy Realty bought their product. It's on Extension Road. It's a high-rise.
Which realty?
Abroy Realty. It's a Bombay-based great developer. They are again a key player in Bombay, and they're coming here.
So they've taken over their project.
They're taken over their project, and so now the regularities and people are eyeing on the projects which are of great location, half constructed or land still there, buying it out. So now things are happening. Say suppose earlier it was a lot of hassle to come into a half constructed project. Now even the government wants to get it take over so that the investors' money is getting back.
Sure.
And being built and sold to the customer. Yeah. So.
Sure. So any final tips that you want to give our viewers, Yaman, when they're trying to invest in real estate?
Final tip, I would say, it's very easy, though people are scared of real estate, you should not be. I've seen a lot of millennials now investing in real estate because even they want to grow their money.
Right.
And the final tip is simple, that be well versed of the market. If somebody says, suppose if I'm new at equity, I would study the market. I would study the company, the vision behind it, and go more deeper in it.
Yeah.
So don't just do it from the top. Actually, just go in deep and check about the market, about the product, about the developer, his vision, his portfolio, what is his background, what are the intentions, what is the company vision, and then of course choose your consultant wisely. Of course there are people who just blindly go online and would say, okay, this is a discounted rate, I would straight away buy, and then they have something coming in later on.
Right.
So I would say, like, in India people run behind discounts. I would say run behind service.
Go for a premium property.
Yeah, or I would say not even premium, go for the property you like in the market, but choose the person who's providing you service, a credible person rather than a discounted person. Because a discounted person will give you the discount and run away. Then he'll not stay throughout. He'll not stay when you have to exit the property.
Right.
Because he got a little bit of cake.
Yeah.
Rather, I would pay an extra penny or an extra rupee to someone else who would actually stay through and throughout and be there for me.
Yeah.
So this is what we miss out and what I've learned. And the tip would be, yes, be wise and keep doing your investments.
Okay. Thank you so much, Yaman, for joining us today and sharing your insight and your knowledge about real estate. It was lovely meeting you.
Likewise, it was great.
Okay. Thank you.
So a great initiative taken by Mayank. He's spreading knowledge and meeting people, meeting market leaders, and I really felt good to get to meet him and spreading the word and knowing the insights about the market and real estate industry. He was pretty prepared and I've seen the audience and I've seen the engagement. So it was a pleasure to being hosted by him and be a part of the podcast.